It's good to be together. It's good to greet each other. We want to give you this chance to turn around and say, you can wave at us, but really turn around and say hi to the people around you. Greet them with Shabbat Shalom. If your name is Nadine or Naomi Fink, Nadine Gardner and Naomi Fink, you're called up. I'm going to need you in a minute, but you all talk to each other. Wishing everyone a Shabbat Shalom. Feel free to clap your hands. We'll get a little beat going as we continue this. Very camp style. I hear a few of you. I gotta hear it all. There we go. Let's keep going. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together. If you were here the first Shabbat of June 2021, when we were finally allowed to come back together amidst COVID, it was such a joy to sing together. And it was Kim and I up here welcoming people back to this plaza. And since then, we've both gotten to be together with other people in so many different ways. And it's so wonderful to come back to this Shabbat, our final Shabbat on the plaza of this summer, to welcome Shabbat and celebrate camp. If you went to Jewish summer camp, day camp or overnight camp, can I get a cheer? It's really the best. And if you went to not camp as a child, but went as an adult, I think that's probably what we're also celebrating this Shabbat, because Camp Solomon Schechter Men's Camp, Cabin G3, is sponsoring this Shabbat on the Plaza. Duncan Gilman, Ben Old, Ben O'Glasser, Josh Winnock, and Lou Fink are the sponsors, and all of us were registered to be the wives, minus Avi. We were all at women's camp, and I'm part of that too. So we're gonna light the candles. We'll invite up the gentlemen later for Hamotzi, but let's light these candles and welcome in Shabbat. We're all gonna have a fight now about who's gonna use the matches. It is a good Shabbat to come and to be together, to create a sacred space of singing, a sacred space of being present, a sacred space that can include dancing. We want this to be the open invitation to dancing for tonight. We are bringing our full camp energy to this space, so if you want to move, we want to move with you. We want to invite the kids to dance, the adults to dance, the kids at heart to be dancing with us in this incredibly sacred space. And together we will make this a sacred space. The Asuli Mikdash, the words are on the inside of our booklet for this evening.
Adonai, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. And in thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. There are
summer camp might be, but allows us to have the space to grow and to sing, to dance, and to play together. Lechuna Ranana, let us go out in joy and song, page 11.
Lechuna Ranana, Lechuna Ranana, Lechuna Ranana.
keep up that joy and that song and that ruach as we turn to the words of Romamil on page 20.
רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו בהר קודשו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו בהר קודשו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו בהר קודשו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו בהר קודשו.
So one of the downsides, I think, Kim, of having Shabbat here is that we don't get to walk from each other's houses. At camp, when we do Shabbat, there's a Shabbat walk. You pick each other up, you walk, you sing, you enter into the space. Of course, we don't live in camp, although it would be really awesome to live at camp, right? We should build a moshav where we can do that. But we get to come to this moment, and I think back to when Kabbalat Shabbat was the spiritual practice of the mystics when they were in Scott. And L'Charodi, this next tefillah that we turn to welcome Shabbat, was them saying, Lecha, come my beloved. This welcoming of Shabbat to come to them, but the mystics would walk out to greet Shabbat as well. And that's where that tradition comes from, of a Shabbat walk. And so when we don't live in a moshav, we're not all in a big circle surrounding a lake with a campfire in the middle, but we did all do the work of coming here tonight. We got in our cars, or we walked, we came, we sat. What we're doing with L'Charodi is that other act of beckoning Shabbat to come to us. That rest and peace, presence doesn't just come. You don't You don't just make a sanctuary by saying, poof, make it. It takes work. And so that's what we're doing here with L'Charodi. We're settling ourselves in, we're dancing, we're relaxing, we're letting go of the week and losing ourselves a little bit in the repetitive melody and the singing in the moment of welcoming Shabbat. So we turn to page 23 for L'Charodi, where we'll do the first two stanzas together, and then we'll turn to page 25 for those last two stanzas. When we get to the end, we'll all get up on our feet as we're able to and greet that Shabbat bride with our physical moment of standing and turning and welcoming, really beckoning in the love that comes with Shabbat. Page 23.
There are so many different melodies for so many of our prayers, and this is one that I have tried to change from BD Camp for years, and there's this idea that a tradition takes place over 3 years. So once you've done something for 3 years, all of a sudden, it's been at camp for absolute ever. So, 3 years ago, I tried to change from this melody, and it just didn't work. And I tried so hard. So we're going to do the melody that BB Camp has been doing for much longer than 3 years.
And it's Craig Talman, so it originated at Camp Vermont. So it's all camp inclusive.
It is all camp inclusive.
Or you might say me Sinai, it's from Sinai at this point. You gotta do it.
You gotta do it. So feel free to clap your hands, move around a little bit. This is a fun one.
You may be seated. In this past week, we were saddened to learn of the passings of Jay Abramovitz, Ed Brenner, and Lisa Beth Cower Freyhammer. To their loved ones, we extend the words of our tradition. Hamakom Yenachem Etchem B'tov Sha'ar Avalei Tzion V'Yerushalayim. May the divine comfort you among all the other mourners of Zion and Jerusalem. Amen. Page 27, Mizmor Shir L'Yom HaShabbat.
Mizmor Shir L'Yom HaShabbat. Tov lehodot l'Adonai, v'zaner shmcha Tov lehodot l'Adonai, v'zaner shmcha Elyon. V'nגיד בבוקר חסדך, ואמונתך באלוהות. לעשות ולנבא, ולחיות וללמוד. מזמור שיר ביום השבת. טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון. טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון. כי שימחתני אדוני, בפועלך ובמעשה ידיך עמני. מה גדול מעשיך אדוני, מאוד עמקו מחשבותיך. מזמור שיר together. מזמור שיר ביום השבת. טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון. טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון.
We turn to page 28, the word Tzaddik Tamar Yifrach, the righteous shall flourish like the date palm. Mizmor Shir, when we sing, when we come together, we have an opportunity to flourish, to bring goodness and kindness into our world.
Israel,
Shabbat Shalom. When we get to this part of the Torah, we are in the final weeks towards the end of the Torah. I don't think about the high holidays. Well, I try not to think about the high holidays. When we get to this part of the Torah, the only thing that I can think about is actually a children's song. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Thank you for singing with me. I've been doing it all week. Why? Because this part of the Torah is filled with the actions, the full body experience that comes with living a Jewish life. In the beginning of the second parsha of the book of Deuteronomy, we get the Shema, that's the ears. Our Torah portion this week is Re'eh, see, there's the eyes. And in between all the rest of this are different actions. Should walk in God's ways. You should, again, listen to the words. You should be present with one another. When you're walking, you should bend down. That's knees and toes and good body posture. While you're doing it, I could give a whole drash about making sure that you're strengthening the right parts and right muscles as we age. But this part of the Torah is about the ways in which we use our body. And as I was thinking about that this week, I came across the words of Rabbi Yoav Endi. Rabbi Yoav Endi was in rabbinical school with me in Israel at Machon Schechter 17 years ago. He's now the founder and executive director of Midrashet Chanaton, which is a learning community at Chanaton, Kibbutz Chanaton, which is the conservative movement's premier kibbutz in Israel. And he writes, "See, this day I set before you blessing and curse." When the Torah commands us to see and not just to hear, we understand that we are talking about more than cognitive understanding. We are talking about an experience shared by the soul as well. In our world, there are so many blessings and sadly so many curses. Things we're able to understand and many that are hidden from us. But beyond that hiddenness is the meaning, faith itself. In these difficult times, let us take a good look at the world, which contains both blessing and curse. And let us choose hope. Hope that is not hollow optimism, an everything will work out okay approach. Or hollow faith that posits that one deserves redemption, irrespective of one's actions. Hope in our Torah is different than that. On the verse in the beginning of the Torah, I will wait for your deliverance, O God, Moshe Chaim Luzzatto teaches that hope is like a string of dots, a string of connected activities that correct or repair the world and create hope, which is well-grounded in thought about what can be fixed in our world, which we will know only if we strive toward what appears unattainable. That connection, that string of dots, comes when we gather together in community. We see it when each week on our plaza this summer we've had 200 plus people come together to sit in community, to dance, to play. We see it when we help one another through our collection drives of water bottles and school supplies to help children get off to a good start in their school year. We see it with Abraham's Plaza, our lending supply of different medical needs and support devices. Re'eh, see before you these blessings. We see them when teens come on a Friday night to services or spend their summer working at any of our local day camps or at our residential camps. And we see those dots strung together as we continue to build community throughout the year. Re'eh natati lefanecha, see, I've set before you blessings and curses. We use our bodies to walk along the string of dots to build hope. And we try to listen and to hear one another when we call out with our needs. And when we come together in community, we want to hear one another and to come together with our full bodies of experience, our thoughtfulness, our head, our shoulders, the weight which we bear as we walk together, our knees and our toes as we do that strong work to lift, combined with our eyes and our ears, and of course our food after services, mouth and nose. We come together in the fullness of ourselves. That's community. That's the hope that Rabbi Ende is talking about. That is the hope of camp. That is the hope of summer. That is the hope of our community. So let us come together in prayer. Let us hear one another. Let us embrace this moment, the final Shabbat of summer, in one another's voices, in our joy. As we turn to the Bartho, the melody we'll use is from Nefesh Mountain, one of both of our favorite Jewish composers and groups. I want to hear somebody pray.
I feel like there are some campers from Schechter, from Councilman, from BB Camp, from other places. If you'd like to come up and help us,
We want the dancing, we want the campers. They're all playing downstairs.
They are, I know. Well, maybe, you know, maybe once we start, they'll hear it. Yeah.
We want to invite you to rise as you're able and to join us with the Bartho. The words of this one in particular on the inside front page of our program and also in the Siddur, page 39A.
Come on. And feel free to put your Siddur down, just so you know.
Yeah.
We can pray with our whole body, we can pray with our hands, our feet, our voices. You ready? 1, 2, 3, here we go. I want to hear somebody pray. I want to hear somebody pray. Down in the valley and over yonder. I want to hear somebody pray. Let's sing together. I want to hear somebody pray. I want to hear somebody pray. Down in the valley and over yonder. I want to hear somebody pray. Take it up. I want to hear somebody pray. I want to hear somebody pray. Down in the valley and over yonder. I want to hear somebody pray. Take that. I want to hear somebody pray. I want to hear somebody pray. Down in the valley and over yonder. I want to hear somebody pray. Barehu et Adonai. Barehu et Adonai. Hamevorach, Hamevorach, Le'olam Ha'ed. One more time. 1, 2, 3, here we go. I want to
Yeah. The dog can do a flip, you may be seated, we can bend it down. It's all about coming together. My hero, maybe like my feeling and moving like Adonai, Shabbat. Adakayan, Tamim, Palim, Baruch atah Adonai, Hamari Barabim. We bring together the great love that exists in our world. Page 40. Page 41. And in your music.
This is a camp melody that, at least at PB Camp, they allowed us to change over to.
And we do PJs.
And PJA. Any PJA kiddos? I know that they're all down there. Anybody up here want to come up? Sing? Are you sure? All right, we'll sing it together from our seats. There's a lot of lies, and our Haftan, that's you shall love, and we'll just say a few words, but when I say love, everyone can shout out love. And when I say teach, everyone can shout out teach. Okay, here we go.
Adonai, Eloheinu, Adonai.
44, we turn to the words of Mika Mocha. We also have some of those words in our handout for this evening. Mika Mocha Ba'elim Adonai, who is like you, God? These are the words the Israelites spoke, both as they noticed the giant miracle around them, but as they walked also into a moment of redemption, a moment of freedom. In our world, Shabbat is a tiny moment of redemption, a tiny moment of freedom for us that we pray and that we hope everyone in our world has an experience of in their lives. Mika Mocha.
These songs of freedom is all I ever had. Redemption song, these songs of freedom. Won't you help us sing these songs of freedom? It's all I ever had. Redemption song, these songs of freedom. Redemption song.
I hope redemption song, these songs of freedom, that one day all will be able to lie down in peace in a world that embraces and envelops them with peace. Page 45 and on our handout for this evening.
Hashivenu Adonai Eloheinu B'Shalom.
V'shamra b'nei Israel, if we guard the Yom HaShabbat, if we guard Et, the Tani Et, Yom HaShabbat, if we guard that one day, maybe we will all find peace. So before we do V'shamra, Kim, you have a beautiful teaching that you use at camp that so spoke to me when we were talking about V'shamra. So I want to invite you to share it with us.
Well, it's a teaching that I actually learned from Rabbi Rachel Joseph of Congregation Beth Israel, and maybe she brought it from camp, I don't know. But I love this, and I brought it to camp, and this is a tradition, this sticks. And every time I forget to tell everyone at camp, we're gonna rise, they have to remind me. So this is now their tradition. This little word et that Rabbi E was just talking about.
The first and last letters of the alphabet.
Exactly, and I love how you weave. You're weaving to the next and the next and the next. I love it so much. So this little word, it's so small, and maybe we sometimes will just kind of just zoom right over it, not think so much about it. But the idea is that these little things matter, the little things that we offer in life to those around us, even if it's just a smile or a hey, how you doing, or just a little bit of help. All of these parts matter. And so what we do at camp is we stand for the et. We are standing, we are recognizing, acknowledging these little things. Without the et, the V'shamru, I don't think it would be, right?
It's another head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Et. You gotta use those knees and toes.
So what I like to say is, if you are able to rise at the et, please rise. And if you would prefer to put up some spirit fingers, we can do that as well. We'll see what happens. Here we go. V'shamru.
Page 46.
Oh, I see. Look at these.
Ready.
They are ready. We don't even need to stand yet, unless you want to stand for the whole song. We're going to stand and sit down and stand and sit down. This is our Jewish
calisthenics.
I was just going to say aerobics, but I thought that's very 80s. I don't know. Here we go. V'shamru b'nei Israel et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'doratam b'rit olam. V'shamru b'nei Israel et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'doratam b'rit olam.
But also our heart health.
That's right.
And maybe, you can have a little more of our dinner afterwards. It's all good. We'll rise now for the Chatzi Kaddish, page 46.
Remember
Amidah for Shabbat, reminding us to open our hearts, our ears, our soul to the prayers we need to offer in this moment. Pages 47 through 52.
I await, I prepare. Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Yada lie, lie, lie. 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 Adonai, Siffatayim Tov, Ufiyaki Tehi Ateha. Adonai, Siffatayim Tov, Ufiyaki Tehi Ateha. Yada lie, lie, lie. 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 Yada lie,
Pause in your spaces of our hearts.
Any kids want to join? Come on up, everybody. We got to get everybody to clap their hands. We need some Camp Ruoff up here. It's our job. Okay, let's get them going. Come on. Here we go. Shalom B'Goma, Booyah Aseh Shalom Aleinu. Shalom B'Goma, Booyah Aseh Shalom Aleinu. Sing it out right here. Aseh Shalom B'Goma, Booyah Aseh Shalom. They're probably thinking, no thank you, Maura Kim. Not tonight, Maura Kim. Yes, we do.
All right, we're going to want all the kids up here as we near the end of our service because we want to welcome them. We'll turn now to Kaddish Shalem, page 54, followed by Kaddish. Vikara Vikara Shemera Bahai Ve'alma Dira Kirteva Limakateva Chaya Chlonim Amachon Chaya Godik Yisrael Bagala Bifam Karim Ve'imaru Amen Yehi Shmera Ba'mevora Le'olam Le'om Me'almaya Yibara Yibarak Vishtavat Vibar Vikma Minaseh Vitadar Vitala Vitala Shmi V'Kudesha B'Rivu Le'elam Mikol Rivata V'Shirata Tushvata V'Nakamata Damira Me'alma Ve'imaru Tika V'Totan V'Adahon V'Kol Yisrael Kodama V'Honi V'Shmaya Ve'imaru Yehi Shlomo Rabbi Shemaya V'Chayim Elinu V'Kol Yisrael Ve'imaru Oseh Shalom B'Roma Uyaseh Shalom Alinu V'Kol Yisrael V'Kol Yoshvei Tevel Ve'imaru Amen. We remain standing for Kiddush. I promise there's enough for everybody after services. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei bari hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kishanu mitzvotav v'ratzavanu b'shabbat kodsho v'ahava u'ratzon yichlilanu zikaron ha'aseh b'reishit ki hu yom techilah le'mikra'ei kodesh zecher l'tziyat Mitzrayim ki banu b'amarta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha ve'ahava u'ratzon hingaltanu baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat. It's crazy. We'll turn to Alinu, page 56. You may be seated. In recent weeks, we were saddened to learn of the passings of Arlene Bronstein, Dorothy Kaufman, Gilbert Charles Shulman, Sharon Strauss, Sheldon Sachs, Amelia Yakubovich, and Larry Harwin. In this coming week, we observe the yortzites of all of the names that are printed on our handout for this Shabbat. If If you were here this evening observing a yurt site, we invite you to rise now so we can share those names with our community. Sharon? Denise? The Davis? Oh, yeah. We'll rise now. It's hard to share names loudly outside. We'll turn now to the mourners' Kaddish. Mourners and those observing a yurt site are invited to rise and join with me, page 58. Yit kadal v'yit kadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma tibrach kirutei, ve'amlich malchutei, v'chayachon v'yomechon v'chayei v'chol beit Yisrael, v'adalah v'bizman kariv v'imru, amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam omei omayah. Yibarach v'yishkavach v'yipa'ar v'yitramam v'yinaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalel shmei v'kedusha b'richu, la'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiran ve'alma ve'imru, amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min Shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru, amen. Oseh shalom v'ramav, Hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru, amen. May their memories be for a blessing. You may be seated. Kim, it's delightful to lead with you. It's wonderful to have a full circle moment together, to being here that first Shabbat post-isolation to now is just wonderful. I hope you'll come lead with me again. It's fun to play in our playground together. It is our playground. It is our playground. Our camp playground. This is our final Shabbat on the Plaza of this summer. So of course we had to celebrate Shabbat. I know if summer could be forever, it would be wonderful. But I've got good news for you. Shabbat happens every week. And these services, every Friday at 6:15, they're inside and it's air conditioned. Or heated, depending on time of year. But we will be continuing with Shabbat services, especially next Friday night is our first Simcha Shabbat. So lest you think we're done celebrating Enjoy this year, to celebrate being a blessing, we'll have Simcha Shabbat the first Friday night of every month. We'll celebrate all the joys and come together for the oys. I couldn't, last week was full of puns. I had to try again this week. I'll retire that one. We are grateful to all of our sponsors throughout the summer for every Shabbat on the Plaza, and in particular, this Shabbat, Schechter Men's Camp, Cabin G3, Josh Gwinnett, and Lou Fink, Ben O'Glasser, Duncan Gilman, and Ben Old. They'll come up in just a few minutes to lead Hamotzi for us. And thank you to all of our volunteers. This doesn't just poof happen. There is work that goes into Shabbat on the Plaza. From our staff side, thank you to Lisa Richmond, our program director, who works tirelessly to make this happen, along with our office staff who take care. Shayna is here tonight, and Laura, some of you may have gotten emails from Laura, she was here, and the rest of our office staff that does incredible work getting the papers out, but also making sure everything is taken care of, to our maintenance staff, led by Kurt Rice, Carolyn Anderson, Jesus, Javier, our entire team are here to help put chairs out, bring chairs in, do the work. Please help them tonight at the end when you're done with your food. Put your trash in the trash receptacles, put your cans in the recycling bins. All of that is a tremendous help to our facilities. Thank you to Carmen and Alan, Century Catering, who have been here almost every week making sure that our food happens, and to Brian Shore and his entire team making sure that everything, all the drinks are here for this summer and our time together. The problem with thanking people is I'm going to forget someone. So if you helped, and you helped by showing up, so I'm thanking all of you for being here. It's been a pleasure this summer, but don't forget you can come next week, 6:15, or tomorrow morning, 9:30, we've got services too. And if that's not enough, if you're an early riser, have I got a deal for you? Sunday, 8:45, Monday, 9 o'clock, Tuesday and Wednesday, 7 a.m., because it's Rosh Chodesh, and then we're back to 7:15 for our morning minyan, especially if you want to come this Wednesday, 7 a.m., we're going to blow the shofar. That can only mean one thing. A panic attack for the clerk. No, it means that the high holidays are coming. Please sign up. You should have received your information in the mail. It means Elul is coming. There are so many activities. Next Sunday is back to shul. Come to the Plaza. You love the Plaza. Come to the Plaza. Another free meal. Hot dogs and veggie dogs. And so much fun to see what we're going to be doing this year. There's learning happening. All of this is on our website. One big highlight is that Sunday, September 15th. So not next Sunday, but the Sunday after. From 11 to 2, we have the Sisterhood Shalom Festival. All who identify as female are invited to attend, make friends, dance, have falafel, henna, learn about sisterhood. Should be a really wonderful opportunity, and then come back at 4 p.m. that day to do a little high holiday primer with Canterbury Tone. So much going on. But right now, this is Camp Shabbat, and our final thank you, our final celebration of summer is really of our children. So I said kids, I wanted you up here, and some of you went back down, but we've got our counselors trying to bring the kids back up. We want to invite all the kids, all of our kids. If you want to be a kid at heart and come up too, you can. But we want to invite our children to come up and receive a blessing for this year to come. This is a time of transition. They're coming, maybe. Are they coming? I see parents beckoning. They're coming. Children, you're the thing stopping us from ice cream. Did that? Oh, it's Mexican tonight. Mexican and ice cream, not fried ice cream, but too hot. But ice cream, sandwiches, and popsicles. Come on up, kids. Here you're coming. All right, come on, come closer, come closer. Okay, fine. I'm gonna come to you. That's it. I'm gonna move the microphone, even though I don't like doing it. Okay. Hello, children. Come here. Okay, they're coming. They're coming. We're gonna offer you a blessing. Too close to the microphone. We're going to offer all of our children a blessing. Here we are. You know these words, the blessing of our Torah, our oldest blessing. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God bless you and protect you. May God smile upon you and be kind to you. May you always be lifted up and know that you have a place of peace. And that is our blessing for the whole world. Let us find a place of peace. You know this one. Uyavo shalom aleinu. Uyavo shalom aleinu. Uyavo shalom aleinu. Ve'al kulam. Uyavo shalom aleinu. Uyavo shalom aleinu. Uyavo shalom aleinu. Ve'al kulam. Salam. Aleinu. Sunday we have a meal together. All right, G3. That's you, not me. I wasn't invited. I can't go to men's camp. Shabbat shalom. There's food and fun. Shabbat shalom.
Well, not a lot of buying for tenants. They're like, no, I'm we like it. Most things, other things. I changed the parking.
No, Adam.
Bye.